Good Lord above, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great episode of Post to Post. Folks, we got so much wrestling, so much fun. Everything's been loading in. We got the Brothers of Discussion. We got the mighty drummer John. And folks, how the hell we gonna start this damn episode? We got crazy ass news on the 2K20, how it's failing. We got the crazy.
For fuck's sake.
Oh look, it even got John worked up.
Well, I mean, personally, I think the most important news is that the Popeyes chicken is potentially coming back in roughly 2 weeks.
God damn, we hit a record for fucking chicken sandwich commentary.
Hell yeah. I seriously thought he was going to go to milkshakes.
I mean, is it over enough to be signed to AEW yet? Have they signed the sandwich?
Oh, man.
Oh, God, that's all he
Speaking of
does.
milkshakes, as I said before, they're just okay.
I can agree.
Put the cherry on top.
Hey.
You just need to throw it in the trash.
Hey, if I don't shit my pants after one, they're pretty good.
Yeah. That's all the way of doing it right there. Lactose intolerance is no business.
Just came fucking over. Ooh. Oh man, but
Where we start? We start with that fuck ass game because I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we got you worked up.
Yeah. You know what, John? Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you got me fucking steamed.
Hold on. And begin.
Oh, is it my fucking turn?
Nope, not anymore. You missed out. The game sucks.
Fucking segue. God damn it. So let me tell you about this shit, okay? So my dumb ass goes and pre-orders the fucking deluxe edition of the game so that way I can get Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and all this other bullshit. So come home. Get the game last night, 9 o'clock. Come home. Got to install it, all that shit. Put in the code to get all my bonus shit. And I don't get my bonus shit until next week on the 28th. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? Okay, so that's strike number one. And trust me, there's going to be enough fucking strikes for an entire fucking baseball game here. Because these motherfuckers
we'll keep tally of strikes now.
Fucking up.
Okay.
Phenomenally fucking up. I mean, god damn, you just want to give away business. So I go and I get the game, and I was like, okay, first thing I always do, I create a wrestler. I created, wrestler of me. I'm fucking covered in tattoos, piercings, all this shit. So I make him me, except, sexier. Got to put some muscles on him, get the stomach a little bit smaller.
You're
normal.
living a life of fallacies, John.
Hey, it's real to me, damn it.
We're not looking in the mirror, I see muscles.
So I create my character in my career mode, and I'm waiting to play it, it's loading, and it's loading, and it's fucking loading. Dude, I was up to 3 o'clock in the fucking morning with this game. It never fully loaded my career because there's a glitch in the game where if you put a logo on your created wrestler, it will not load the game. It will not load the career mode. So there's another fucking strike there. I can't even do my wrestler to look like me because of that shit, or at least how I envision myself. What else is wrong?
We're going to go ahead and give that one a strike, so that's a no.
We got 2 strikes. We're going to give John a strike for himself. Okay, so strike 3 is John's vision of himself. Okay, so we have 1 out. Continue.
There's other glitches, and you guys can see there's all kinds of videos online. There's one glitch where Charlotte does the figure 8 and goes down on a referee. I saw another glitch where Jeff Hardy kicks a referee in the ankle, and the guy falls back like he's possessed from The Exorcist, and then Jeff Hardy comes off the top rope and nails him and just obliterates him. There's glitches where Eric Rowan's beard falls off.
John must have 2 outs.
The Hardy Boys music is listed as Evolution.
Wow.
I mean, I was going on Reddit today, and I don't do Reddit, I don't have an account, but I was bitching about it so much at work today that my coworkers who do Reddit were sending me links to all these Reddit friggin' things about all the shit that was going on, and it was just, fallacy after fallacy after fallacy. It's so bad that PlayStation is offering refunds for the game.
Whoa, yeah, they don't do that for like just normal bad ones.
Anybody who bought the regular
really bad
edition of the game, that had to be the regular edition. But if they bought just the standard edition of the game, they can get a full refund.
Damn.
That's how bad this fucking game is. Graphics look like shit. I mean, the cutaways. I mean, I'm only playing in story mode right now. I haven't done or created.
So that would be a ball.
Keeping the light tally, I'm up to 3 outs.
Oh shit, we're halfway down an inning right now.
Dude, there's just so much wrong. Fucking, I'm throwing in the towel now. I'm still gonna fucking play it, but I had to go back today. Once I read about the glitch with the logos, I went in and I removed all the fucking tattoos off of my character, and now I'm able to play career mode.
My question is, where did you get it? Where'd you buy your game?
I bought mine at GameStop. I got the deluxe.
You should be able to return it if you did want to. I think within 2 to 3 days.
48 hours. They have GameStop has a thing now for 48 hours. I'm not going to do it, though. They're going to get a fucking patch here eventually. I fucking hope where they
what you should do is do it and then wait 2 weeks, and it'll probably be $20, and then you can just get it again. And have some money left over.
And you've already redeemed the code, so
works out in your favor, bro.
That is true. You make a good point there.
And if they ask, no.
Did you redeem the download code?
Gamefly doesn't ask me that.
What?
It's so god awful. I was before we got on here, I was going through all the characters, and like, granted, there's a lot of friggin' characters, like 180 people in there, but they all look the same.
So my question is, with how bad it is, can you still get DQ'd or no contested in a Hell in a Cell match?
I'm going to try that eventually. To see if I can. Apparently, there's a glitch where the shield will walk on lava in one of the modes for people who do have the downloadable content. There's like a Hell in a Cell hell thing, and the shield is walking on lava. Fuck, I want to find out about what kind of boots they're wearing, because, in case I ever want to walk on lava.
They're just
And then, oh God, where it just keeps going. I saw one funny video, though. It was Mark Henry, Booker T, and Big E doing the unicorn stampede on Hulk Hogan.
Nice.
I can't give that a strike. That sounds too funny.
It's friggin' hysterical. I mean,
we'll give that one a double.
Okay. A double? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I heard talking to a dude who also was pretty pissed off about it. Apparently, Ciampa, you have to go into the game to find his actual entrance music. They put the DIY entrance music as his main one.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, and also with him, they don't have a running grapple attack or something like that. And if you edit it locks up the game. You have to friggin' hard reset your Xbox.
Wow.
Oh.
That's another one of the big glitches I read about today too. But yeah, he doesn't have a particular move for like running grapple or something like that. And if you go and manually put it in, it freezes the game. But dude, I installed it. I uninstalled it. I reinstalled it. They said I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning fucking with this thing, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so mad, so fucking pissed. I woke up, I was still pissed. Almost slapped my.
On Twitter, there's some images. Someone was playing it, and they had the New Day and Brock Lesnar, and there's 2 Xavier Woods. So there's 4 members of the New Day with 2 Xavier Woods.
Speaking of Xavier Woods, get well soon, my friend.
Yep, he got injured, and it could be a long-term injury from what I read.
Achilles injury is what they're saying on the Australia tour. That is bad news. But Kofi Kingston isn't on the radar doing anything right now, so they could put him in to the Crown Jewel tag team bullshit to make Saudis happy match.
Hashtag fix WWE 2K20 is trending.
So, it's been trending all day.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to get in on that action, hashtag fix WWE 2K20.
Yeah. Join my fucking anger.
The only people without issues are the major bros. Other than real life issues, they're fine.
Boy.
I love Kurt Hawkins.
Oh, and I can't fucking go online. So if I want to download content or anything like that, for whatever reason, my game will not connect to the internet. My Xbox is connected to the internet. It's fine. I've got connectivity. I did a speed test. I'm going at over 500 Mbps, but the fucking game won't go online, so I can't go on to create any created content or anything like that. I can't download anything, and apparently there's a glitch there. If you want to download like a created character that somebody else did, and you have all of the downloadable content and the unlockable stuff, it's still throwing up an error saying that you need it and you don't have it.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And that's another thing that pissed me off about it too. So because I got the deluxe edition, you know how it has the kickstart mode and the unlock everything fucking mode and all that stuff, and normally you got to hit a button to unlock everything, right? I try not to do that. I want to, I like the challenge of having to, build up points and go in there and unlock characters, one at a time. Not this year. If you bought the extra fucking content, they unlock it for you without a fucking choice.
Aww.
Yeah.
They're
so granted, I can play with every wrestler on the roster, but I wanted to earn that shit. I don't want to give it to me.
2K Games isn't pro-choice.
Apparently.
So, side note, I'm looking at some images, man. I just have to say, The Rock does not look like The Rock. He looks more like a discount store Vin Diesel.
Oh. So we've got enough outs for an inning now.
Perfect.
Well, we're not going to waste any more time on that bullshit.
If they want to fix the game, just put the Goose from Untitled Goose Game in it as a playable character.
Well, he's in Resident Evil 2 now as a mod.
Yeah, that's right. He took Mr. X.
Great.
Game. But I'm still, as soon as this is done, I'm going to go finish playing career mode.
So, official consensus, though, 2K20 is hot garbage. It's a dumpster fire that basically should be.
It's a 1 point. I think it was a 1.6 on Metacritic.
God damn.
And that's being fucking generous.
Whew.
Yeah, it's the worst wrestling game They fucking changed the controls. Like the biggest one that pisses me off, like reversals. Reversals used to be right trigger, and I got fucking good with that shit, man. This year, it's the Y button. Last year, the Y button was used for doing your signatures and your specials and all that shit. You want to do that stuff? It's the X and the A button at the same time.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
I also just hate the reversal system. It's really just, if you have the most reversals, you win. It's really obnoxious. So whenever I've got 2K19, so whenever I played it, even if I had the least reversals, I had 2 moves in my arsenal, and that was, I think it was it was a clothesline.
Yep.
And coup de grace, and I would just clothesline you, and if I succeeded, I would just coup de grace you until you use your reversals, and then I would have more, and I would win every match, no issue whatsoever. Just
brilliant
coup de grace, and then if you want to do something, I'll reverse it, and then go back to clotheslines and coup de grace, maybe a spear every now and then. And then, whatever trash-ass finisher they put in there, because they never put in the good ones anymore. So.
Oh my god!
I forgot. Was the Muscle Buster?
If I ever played you online and you did that shit, I would have lost my fucking skull.
You would never win because the coup de grace is great because if they do reverse it, the only way to like get a good offensive reversal is if you have one of the special reversals. So you have to have a special, and you'll never get it because I'm just fucking your world up. But when you reverse the coup, all it is you just move out of the way. I land on my feet, roll, and then I'm already far enough away I can just do a running clothesline.
I would have probably thrown my remote at the controller at the fucking TV if I ever played you online. Motherfucker!
And then the clothesline's dirty because all it is you duck, and then I just turn around, and then I just run the opposite direction before you can grapple because it's slow grapple. It was too easy. They made it too easy to just cheese it. Fun fact, kids. 2 things I know. If you want to win a WWE 2K tournament, coup de grace and clothesline. If you want to win a Mortal Kombat 2 tournament, be Melina and spam up down kick. Or down up kick, I mean.
True.
Yep.
So, on we go. Speaking of more WWE stuff, John, you want to tell us about the sad days of our friend Chad Gable?
Oh, he is not Chad Gable anymore. He is now known as, and I called this fucking 2 months ago, Shorty G.
And I've been bitching about it for weeks.
Shorty Gable, and then he said this week on SmackDown, how about we make it Shorty G and shorten it up? And I'm just like, fuck my face now, please.
I'll pay you.
I mean, you know, kudos to him, like we talked about last week. He's having fun with the character. He's fucking hamming it up. He's getting fucking paid. He's cool with it. So, I mean, more power to him, but goddamn, Shorty G, come on.
Yeah, that's what I think I mentioned that last night. It's like, I hate it all day long, but if he signed on it and he's cool with it and he's happy doing it, I can't.
Let him get his money.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Homie G.
Skrilla. So let me see other WWE news, worthy and noteworthy. Fucking Bischoff is still gone.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Crown Jewel's still gonna suck.
Crown Jewel is still going on. They had to replace Seth Rollins in the Flair Hogan match.
Yeah.
So the teams are set. We saw a returning Drew McIntyre this week join Team Flair to round out that team. And then Hogan's team got rid of Seth Rollins. They added Ali and Shorty G. And then
Hell of a trade-off.
Roman Reigns is now the new team captain.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to let Flair win just to kind of smooth things over with that whole I'm going to sue you because you're using the man thing. It's like, how about this? You drop it, and we'll let you beat Hogan.
You drop it, and we'll let you get a Saudi payday.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, because he's trying, with the recent health scares he's had and stuff, he's trying to set up his family for when he's gone, his new family, his new wife, his new kid, all that shit. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from in that regard, but you don't go after the fucking people who made you. You know, WWE has put so much fucking money in that dude's pocket. You know, that's just not cool.
And it's really kind of a frivolous lawsuit because he's like, I'm the man. I'm like, you're a catchphrase. You did this whole catchphrase while the man with Becky Lynch is a persona. It's sort of a character. He's just Ric Flair, and his one of his gimmick phrases was, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And it's like, you're not using it in the same context.
Yep.
So it'd be a long shot court battle, but they'll probably just do this, like you mentioned, the Saudi money, and just sweep it under the rug.
So let's see. There's more rumors coming around about people wanting their release, and they're saying there's going to be more releases coming down the pipe here soon.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know that Casey Catanzaro. She's still gone, and Ricochet commented on it. Is she coming back? It's up to her, essentially, was what I said, so probably not.
No, she's done. especially if she injured her back the way that they're saying that she did, she's not going to be making a return.
No.
I don't see it. Not with an injury like that. You know, there's a lot of other stuff that she could be doing that she wants to do. American Ninja Warrior, stuff like that. And she was badass, 5 foot, whatever. And the first woman to get up the warp wall. That was pretty impressive.
Yep. What do you guys think is going to happen during the Cain Velasquez match? Do you think they'll put the belt on Cain and entice him to get signed? Or do you think he's going to just take an L?
It's either going to be an L or a DQ of some sort. They're not going to belt him because he's got to take off and get his knee worked on.
Yep.
WWE doing a DQ? No.
No. Imagine that. Well,
I was actually going to say WWE putting on a belt on someone that doesn't work full time? No.
Well, did you see the stipulation in the match now with the Fiend and
Oh yeah, this match can't be stopped for anything.
Cannot be stopped for any reason.
Oh, they actually had to put that there because they dug a ditch and they're just digging further.
What is there any what in Saudi Arabia? What is their natural disaster they have?
They can't. No, it won't stop it. They said no reason whatsoever.
I would say
be like typhoons or earthquakes.
Sandstorms. I really don't know. Earthquakes.
Seth, do the job.
Dude, take the belt. I'm gonna die.
Their biggest disaster over there is women's independence.
Hot. Hey.
I just went political. Oh, damn.
I think we're not talking about China. We're gonna be banned from there.
Okay, LeBron.
Oh shit.
Be like the South Park. We'll get banned from fucking China.
Yeah. Now we'll go back talking about how Seth Rollins, how he is still not cool.
Oh, he's talking about Kenny Omega saying he'll face him at WrestleMania after he's done in the minor leagues.
Yeah, it's like how.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say how to answer a question so Vince McMahon like. Oh, I was just like Seth.
Come here where all the money is.
Yeah, come here. No joke. Instead of saying, hey, we put a hell of a match, I would love to do it here, I would love you to come here, somehow I wish we could do it. That's how you get, that's awesome. Everybody starts speaking interest, you're going to be talking on the shows and stuff. I'm sorry, Grace got me tore up. Where the money
Give it shit.
Oh, I'm going to recruit people for the show. Come to post the post. Where the money
What money? The invisible money. We'll pay you in
the funny money.
We'll pay you in silly putty and Lance crackers.
You want a pack of nabs? We got you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I still can't get it. Because I could just see Seth Rollins speaking, but I hear Grayson's voice, and that's what's selling it. Sweet money.
Come on, Elvis.
What? So why should I hire you, Mr. Allen? Because it's where the money is.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's because the whole thing, because you guys remember, and folks at home, he tried to do that shit with Will Ospreay, and it blew up in his face so bad.
Yep. He actually offered Will Ospreay an apology over that one.
Yeah. Will's like, hey, it's cool, just buy a t-shirt.
Yeah. Basically what he did. Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, Seth, you got everything in the world. You're the face of the company, even though you suck at it. You got the girl everybody wants. You're the champion. It's like, just be happy. Of course, people
he's
are going.
a company man.
Yeah.
He's Vince
you don't have to be
McMahon's
so sour. Yeah.
He's Vince McMahon's soundboard, and again, it's that situation like Shorty Gable. Can you fault him for it? You know he's getting fucking paid out the ass to be the face. You know, growing up in Ohio or Iowa or wherever the fuck he's from. Yeah, he's doing good.
From Ohio, wherever. That's
The Midwest.
Somewhere out there, Davenport, Iowa or some shit.
I'm from Couchtown.
Couchtown.
Davenport's another name for a couch.
No, Couchtown.
Oh, that's a Chesterfield.
Same thing. A fucking chair.
Reminds me of an episode of Family Guy.
Oh, God.
For any Family Guy fans out there, you'll know the episode I'm talking about. Brian dating an old lady.
Oh, poor Sam.
They'll shave your ass and put it on your head. You've got a lot to see.
Oh, my lantern.
Oh, man. What is a spit soup? It's tomato bisque.
Spit soup. Oh.
All right.
So what are we on to now?
Let's move away from WWE because I'm getting depressed.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's everybody.
Oh, hell, it's funny. I was going to say, I jumped back in. I thought I got kicked out of this thing. But did you guys rip 2K20 pretty good?
Oh, good God.
Good.
Man.
Yeah.
Did
You know,
Did you see the
you
link?
spin
I
me
just
right
sent you in the
round.
Chat?
you spin me right round, baby.
That was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It was just so funny because, like, literally the night before, I was watching the old Acclaim games when they did, remember, Legends of Wrestling and Showdowns with Wrestling? Like, they had such a good premise, but they still fucked it up. I loved the first Legends of Wrestling because it was so cool. It was the first time you got to work the territories.
Yeah.
And then when you become the champion of all the territories, you go for the U.S. belt. And then after you win the U.S. belt, you go win the continent belts. And then after that, you become a world champion. I was like, man, that's fucking awesome. Too bad this game fucking sucks.
It's true. It's true. It's not very good. At least it was not as bad as that one luchador wrestling game from the Xbox 360.
Oh, I think I know what you're
The
talking
one that
about.
was only like one button. It was
Yeah.
terrible. It just looked really cool, but it was god awful.
Yeah.
All wrestling games need to learn from fucking Def Jam.
That one was good.
Yeah.
Def Jam was solid.
Def Jam was good. That was a great game. You know what game wasn't? Simpsons Wrestling.
No, that was terrible. That was awful. Awful.
And then Wes goes and teases me, showing me a picture of a goddamn AEW wrestling game. Got me semi-hard. And then I realized it was a joke, you bastard.
You bastard. John's like, oh my god, this is great. Wait a second. Nobody plays N64 anymore.
Wait a minute. This
That
is
end logo in the
1996.
corner got me. I was like, motherfucker.
This is in 1996.
Man, if they put that today's engine in a game and just polished it, oh my gosh.
Well, they need to get the motherfuckers over at Ukes to do the AEW game, because that's the big thing here. Ukes left for whatever reason. The franchise, the 2K franchise, they have nothing to do with it anymore, and that's why it's gone to shit.
That's all I can say is my only complaint. As long as they change the fucking combat system, I will be okay. So,
Well, they changed it, and it sucks. If you didn't like it before, you're gonna like it even worse now.
I'm gonna like it even worse. Oh,
Is my diction correct on that? Did I say that right?
I think it should just be like it even, or hate it even more.
You're gonna fucking hate it. Then.
Yeah. I already hate it. I'm gonna hate it double now.
Oh, New Japan Wrestling of America. Let's talk.
Yeah.
I am hoping that they spread the talent out evenly and they bring some of the big hitters from Japan to do U.S. shows more often. That's the only thing that I see happening. They'll use more of New Japan's American dojo, which is not what we want to see as much. I mean, sure, let's see some of it.
Once it's established, we'll want to see it more.
Yeah, but we've got to see the big names doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
well, you know who we won't see on New Japan Wrestling of America, Mr. John Moxley.
Yeah.
Or
CJ.
With them.
He's done with them now. Is it official?
No, he's not. It's not that he's still wrestling for them, but just like with the big tournament, they're not letting him wrestle. AEW is not letting him wrestle U.S. dates with other companies.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is that was that part of the reason why I didn't get the show this couple weeks ago? Or was that? Other than the storm,
or the G1,
the storm.
Yeah, that was a typhoon, so he couldn't
the
travel.
G1
So they
climax, I'm talking about night one of the G1 in Dallas.
Yeah.
Traditionally, he would have been on that card. He was not.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was only allowed to wrestle overseas. That's right.
Yep.
It's probably
which makes sense.
The American territory, like no compete angle, more than anything.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. That does make sense.
Makes me wonder what they're gonna do with Kenny and the AAA belt.
Mega Campeon.
Are they gonna Are they trying to bring in some AAA stuff? Because they did it. They did the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros angle, and they had it on TV. Would they do the same, or is it? It makes you wonder.
I could see them doing it just because if they've already done that with like their biggest tag team, basically, then I would not be surprised if they do something like that, just to have some more views from outside the country.
Yeah, but Kenny's back on track now.
Yeah,
he's still gonna lose. He's still gonna lose in the States.
That
What they
Kenny
could do,
and Janela match, that was solid.
Yeah, what they might do is what they might do is just have them lose in AEW to continue the downward spiral.
I can see it. I just I'm hoping they full blown, like we've been speculating. I'm hoping that they full blown bring back the cleaner persona.
Yeah.
Because it's fun and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was successful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Super successful.
I can see the Elite getting blown up here soon.
Yeah. I think they're due up. They've been doing their time, putting over like all the new talent.
Yeah.
It's about time for their
resurgence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cause I see Hangman dropping out.
Of the Elite, or just dropping out of the pick?
No, just out of the Elite, because they've really been hitting at it on BTE.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched the newest episode, but yeah, they've been doing that. Like they just give them shit and walk off.
Yeah, it's like Adam Page. He has like a good thing. Like Young Bucks are like complete dicks to him. I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck. And then this week it's with him and Kenny.
It's probably just something to help build him as a solo competitor instead of needing a group. Type idea. Like he's still, behind the scenes, 100% part of it. But on TV, he needs to distinguish himself on his own rather than where I'm the Elite.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, most likely what I see really going on at some point is they'll slowly start cutting out members of the Elite until it's down to the original 3 again.
Yeah.
I just see them slowly phasing out all the extras.
I just had a thought. Okay, so they're doing this, and they do slowly phase out Hangman, and Hangman dips out, and that means he'll probably feud with the Elite in that. And I need someone to have my back. Marty's girl.
Bam.
Because all my friends are dead.
Oh. That'll be some good stuff.
I like it.
Oh,
where does Cody fit in with that?
Cody will probably he'll probably stay there just because they're all EVP, so it'll be like a click thing.
Yeah.
He'll be there, but it'll be distant. It'll still be like I'd say, Kenny and Bucks just balls deep. They'll probably I can see them when they come out the trios title, them getting it.
Side note, because that came to mind, I read PCO's contract ends near the end of this year as well.
Yeah, but he's not going anywhere.
You never know, bro. Money talks, and he's old.
Yeah, he is.
So
It's like, I'll take some of that health care.
He's gonna go with the money.
Shock my nips. I don't care. It's paid for.
Vince would love him. Vince goes, God damn, it's a real life Frankenstein.
Good shit.
That was brilliant.
Damn, it's a real life.
Vince has the biggest. Vince has got the biggest boner around Halloween time. God damn it, we'll paint him green. We'll call him Stein Frankie.
We'll call him Steiner Scott.
Steiner Scott.
Big pump of pop.
The red-faced dogwood.
Yeah.
That one sadly kind of made sense.
I can just see Vince just like all of a sudden he's got like this fucking wood board. He's like, bros, get out of here. Look, I'm running over this motherfucker.
Here, win a hole.
Hell, I can't remember. Did we talk on the last episode about Easy getting fired? I can't remember.
Bischoff? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we touched on it.
Okay.
And he came out and said, I'd do it again. It's like, what'd you do?
I know what you did. You didn't learn wrestlers' names.
The only thing I know is you hired a guy who fell asleep in the creating room.
I think pretty much Eric Bischoff was like
a fall guy.
Yeah, he was pretty much like George Costanza in that one episode where like he's just sitting in the office all day. He just didn't do anything. Or like the episode where Kramer like works for a place he didn't really work for. He's just there.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. It's like, we really feel like you have no experience here. He goes, well, I really don't even work here.
I just hang out. What are you talking about?
Twitter and Instagram, dude, AEW's Instagram is always just like
it's
spoiling everything. But that's what they do. They gotta hype everything, the results. But still, it's just like, give me an hour at least. Not immediately.
Fucking imagination. Jesus Christ.
I'm glad. Now that's one thing I'm glad you brought up is like WWE social media. It's like I don't understand. I gotta think they gotta fidget with the numbers or anything. Because you're going to tell me you have like over like 50 million subscribers on YouTube. Let's see how many you got on Instagram real quick.
Well, think of it like this. They would definitely flub the numbers because that's what they do every year at Mania.
Yeah. They got 20 million followers on Instagram alone. Let's see what's on Facebook. I think it might be 40 million on Facebook.
I like to think that they count the people in the parking lot who can't get in as attendees.
Hey, count.
We're gonna go ahead and count the concession stand employees, the backstage security, catering staff. Yeah, they were there. They were attendees.
Okay,
they were on the property.
40 million on Facebook. Now I know there's a lot of cross between that, but let's say so you got 24. You got at least 50 million. It's like, and you can only pull in 2.2 million on a Monday.
Monday Night Football, bro.
Yeah. Well, it was the Jets versus Patriots. We all know how that's going to
go. Yeah, it was bad.
I like how Sam Darnold explained it. He felt like a Vietnam veteran. He goes, when I seen out there, all I seen was ghosts. Like, God damn.
The ghosts.
He was like, I thought the NFL was lightening up. God damn.
I heard at the recent live show they did a dark match of The Fiend and Seth Rollins in a steel cage match, and like all of the upper area was was curtained off, and half, and like not half, but maybe like a lot of the area on the camera side was also curtained off. So it was really only like maybe half of the actual arena actually had attendees.
That's all they curtain off a live show.
Yeah. And then Seth Rollins won that match by curb stomping and then jumping through the cage door.
And then by DQ.
That's what's funny about, well, of course, Will saw it. Grayson, did you go to Starrcade? I can't remember.
I was at the first one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think it's funny, like, for the live show, is that they actually build the cage. It's like kind of like old school.
Yeah, that was great.
It was.
You know what also was great? Not watching the Cody Rhodes Nick Aldis match because I was in line trying to buy a stuffed bury the drug-free bear toy for the lady and hanging out in line with Paul Shear.
There you go.
Yeah, missed an entire match.
It was good.
Well, NWA made it up to you because on their YouTube channel, they just posted that match alone. They said, Grayson, we got you covered.
And I really enjoy how Nick Aldis basically calls Cody a nobody.
Yeah. It's smooth. It's so smart. Oh, God. Nick Aldis, God damn it. I was like, actually,
he's a goddamn Adonis.
Yeah. I said, he has walked that fucking line of heel face so perfect.
I know. I fucking hate the smarmy bastard, but at the same
motherfucker's
time,
all
like,
business.
Dear
Yeah.
God, he's good in the ring. And
Yeah,
he can hold a damn crowd.
like,
I remember when he was Magnus.
Yeah.
Magnus, yes.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
like he's in
what
TNA
about-
is like put every fucking belt on him, and nobody
Yeah,
gave a
right.
shit. Yeah.
what about
Look at that chiseled
Mr.,
jaw, that prime physique? You got to.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
I was gonna say, what about Randy Orton trolling all of us?
Oh yeah, so like put like Luke Harper and tag him and shit in front of the elite level door,
Yeah.
teasing an AEW Passover. Dude,
And
it's
he
fucking-
tagged like random people, like the Revival. Okay, I get that. There's been talk, but Riddick Moss? Why?
Because it's Randy Orton. He don't give a shit. Randy's gonna
he's-
stay. Yeah.
It's so crazy how on social media he's just like, don't give a fuck. Like, you know, on TV he's the character, he's the Viper, but on his social media he's like, fuck everything. This is me.
Yeah. He's well, he's got the clout now. He's legend status. That dude's done everything under the sun, and you know, I don't think he'll go anywhere. But he's just like, yeah, I'll fuck with people. I don't give a shit. and if he did, what are you gonna do? It's like, fire me? Okay, then I will go to the competition. What the fuck ever? It's like, I don't give a shit. I'm Randy fucking Orton.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, you gonna burn me? That's cool. I'm gonna go film season 3 of Shooter. Okay, see y'all.
Go get my Tony Khan paycheck.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money I would make not wrestling with you guys?
So much money.
He'll face. I'll have a set personality.
Yeah.
They'll know how to write a story.
Continuity.
Continuity.
You thought the Big Show was bad.
Let's loop back around though, back towards all this, and talk about some NWA Power though, because that shit's
Power.
Did
Yeah.
you watch tonight's episode?
I only got about 30 minutes in. I didn't get the whole thing.
Okay.
So
That's what
I got up to the Jim Cornette really giving that Canadian kid a hard time.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, Cornette, that's some cheap heat. That's like 80s style cheap heat. I know we're going for a retro tag, but man.
Well, Will, what do you expect?
I know. I know. I know.
I was gonna say, now Nick Aldis, he may not let that bitch speak, but he sure as hell gives a shit about damn Tim Storm.
Yeah, it does. Oh god, they're really pushing that angle, like with all this real hard right now, trying to make him out to be some sort of, you know, domineering goon.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's the case, who knows? But either way, you know, I have a feeling what's going to happen is they're going to get, you know, we already saw Eli Drake start dropping hints about getting Tim Storm in the tag picture to go for those belts.
Yeah.
With all Drake's talk about wanting to get the other belts, if he got it, I could almost see him letting Storm challenge for it, just because, you know, that was a deal he made with Aldis.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the thing I love about Eli Drake. He is like every character you ever did on earlier wrestling games. When he first comes out, he challenges for the 10-pound of gold. Then the next week he challenges for the national title, and then this week he challenges for the tag title.
Oh no, he's all over the place. I want to see him just covered in belts because I'm sold on his character that just can't figure out what he wants.
Yeah, I like it. All them years in Impact or TNA, he just never got over with me. I never seen suck or anything. It's just like, I don't get it. He goes to NWA, he makes sense. He actually puts on a good show. It's like, hell, this guy's pretty good.
Now, what I really enjoyed, though, was all the crowd back and forth that Aaron, what's the last name they gave him?
Stevens.
Yeah, was doing during his shitty tropical pirates.
I'm going to see it, baby.
Goddamn. It looked like it was made in Microsoft Movie Maker back in '95.
I'm going to get that VHS copy.
Woo, yeah.
Windows Video Maker 95 was amazing. It's still better than most of the shit they put out nowadays.
I know. That weird thing on the unicycle. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need, baby. Ow! Circling back to our first discussion, since you brought that up, of him going for all the belts, and then WWE 2K games, I would fucking kill for them to make it where you could deck your dude out with numerous belts. If I have every fucking belt, Dragon? Yeah, if I have every fucking belt, I want to walk out with every fucking belt. If I have the tag belts, the heavyweight belt, the women's title, I want to walk out with it. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, there's a problem with that in the new game because they took out the fucking creative belt.
Oh yeah, it's because everyone made nothing but AEW belts last time.
I made Ring of Honor.
The only one.
Yeah, they got AEW belts. Someone went through and made all of the AEW arenas for the time being, like in it. Like it was outrageous. The All Out arena someone did was spot on.
There's someone working on an AEW Dynamite one right now. I saw screenshots of it. It was pretty tight.
Nice.
But yeah, no creating a fucking belt. They're gonna add it on later in a patch. They
Bring
said.
back creative finisher because I needed to make a particular move for my Gertha Libre, and it never worked out. Gertha Libre was great.
Gertha Libre was something else.
I think we still got the conversation say to where me and Will, I think John may added in, where we did the whole AEW game.
Oh,
how you worked? Yeah, how you worked it from the backyard.
Yeah.
To like
that was the
yes.
shit. That conversation. Yeah. Like I'm all for that idea. You started off in the backyard, like basically sending out fucking highlight reels and demo tapes to the territories.
Yeah.
You got picked up by like some little indie promotion, you know. Basically, you start off working the fucking VFWs in high school gyms.
You start off in high school in the Creator Wrestler career mode. Well, I take that back. You start off getting ready to go into the Hall of Fame, and then you go back and reflect on your careers.
Oh, I thought it was going to be you start off and the game shuts itself down.
That's what actually happens. Remember, John hasn't played career mode yet.
I'm working on it. I had to remove all my fucking tattoos, but I'm in it now.
I still think the weirdest thing was when we went to that one VFW show and Demolition wouldn't give me an autograph and said something about being poisoned.
Yes, he said, "Oh, I got a contagious skin condition." Just got done in a match.
Wait, whoa. Time out. I got that. Oh, God. That's the greatest excuse ever. Oh, wait, I got this poisonous condition.
It made no sense whatsoever. I'm like, okay. And I'm like 7 or 8. Just
okay.
I want an autograph from Demolition.
This was like the BFW out in North Wilkesboro, fucking wrestling over at the damn cattle sale.
How old was you, Grayson? I was 25.
Oh man.
Yeah,
What's funny is I'd still never been to a real wrestling event at that age.
To put it lightly, the highest ends of talent there was, I believe it was it Axe or Smash?
It was Axe. I think it was Axe.
It was Axe and Fire Marshal Chip.
No, Firebreaker.
Firebreaker Chip. I think he had to drop Fire Marshal, didn't he? Because he was...
Fire Marshal was just, when you say it, I'm just thinking Fire Marshal Bill.
I know.
Let me tell you something.
The dude that come out with a fireman's hat.
Yeah, I believe it was from like when he was wrestling in WCW. I think he was Fire Marshal Chip, and then when he wound up doing the VFW stuff, he had to change it. I remember
it was Axe. It was Axe, not Smash.
Barry Darso.
The dick.
I got that sweet Mexican wrestler mask.
You did. You had that knockoff Rey Mysterio mask for a long time.
Yeah, it's great.
Or until it fell apart. But what are we on to now? It's like keep coming back to that hateful black hole that is 2K20. I mean,
the Young Bucks might be going back to TNA for one night only.
Yeah.
Back as Generation Me, Scott D'Amore wants them versus the Machine Guns, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Haven. Which it would be great if it happened. That'd be a great match.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, Tony Khan seems to be pretty good about like doing like quick little one-offs and loaning talent out. So he's not like super all about no, you're 100% exclusive to us. I mean, fuck, the Bucks have been wrestling AAA, Kenny's wrestling AAA, Mox is wrestling in New Japan. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't see for like a one night only deal for them to go and resurrect an old gimmick and wrestle and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have Master P in the AEW game. Boys, I see you down at the VFW. I need you all for my show.
I'm going to make you a star.
And I think whenever AEW has a game, it'll be a strong throwback to the No Mercy engine because that's all they talk about whenever they talk about an AEW game.
Yeah.
And they should because that game was great. Even though I didn't have a 64, that one dude we lived near had it, and it was fun.
Yeah, we played it a bunch. Yes.
I think
No Mercy was solid.
Yeah. I think he got arrested like a year or two back.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Memories.
People you know that aren't going places.
All about in the moonlight, eating Popeye's chicken.
Oh man, I just remember playing Revenge all the time. And WrestleMania 2000 was pretty fun.
At least it's not WCW Backstage Assault.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Or Thunder.
The only good WCW game was Versus the World.
God, that game was great.
I mean,
Well, hey, Revenge.
oh yeah. WCW NWO Revenge on 64.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Those two are pretty much the same, except
PS1.
But PS1.
Monday Nitro.
But still, Versus the World was the shit. Plain and simple.
Now, yeah, I will give you that on Versus World. You had all the New Japan wrestlers and everything.
Yep.
You had Ultimo Dragon. If you did enough work, you could unlock Surfer Sting.
Yeah.
Playable character.
A man called Sting.
That game was hard.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. God damn, it was fun.
Oh yeah. Wish I still had it. I bought it in the DC trip, my 8th grade year.
Yep. It was that game. The two games we got around the same time was that one and The Fifth Element.
Yes.
I wonder which one we got played more.
Yeah.
I still never beat that game. I need to go back and try and play it.
Emulators it is.
Yep.
So, since we've been talking about a little bit of the AEW and the WWE heat, What about all this new band hammer dropping that WWE is doing now?
No shirts, no posters.
Yeah.
Kicked out and banned from the arena for the show or something like that.
Yeah, for somebody who says they're not competition, you sure do get real fussy about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
Super fussy.
and for all the casual wrestling fans that don't really understand, imagine saying you're a Steelers fan and they're coming to play the Panthers, and you're like, all right, cool, they live 2 hours down the road, I can see the Steelers, that's awesome. And you show up and you got your big Ben shirt on, you got your Steelers hat, you got your nice heavy coat, and you walk in and they say, you got to take all that shit off, this ain't Panther gear. But I'm a Steelers fan. I really don't care if you see that, it shows anything. Okay. That's what that is.
Yeah, basically. You hit the nail on the head with that one.
I don't think that's 100% accurate, though, because
Steelers... I'm sorry,
Steelers...
John, the Raiders... If you come to a Panthers game and you're wearing the Raiders,
no.
Or even the Denver
out.
Broncos, Mr. Colorado.
If you're going to a Steelers Panthers game and you show up wearing a Patriots fucking jersey and they're like, it's not one of the competing teams today, you got to go. That would be more accurate to what's going on here. Do I agree with it? Hell no, I don't agree with it, but I understand why they're not trying to give free publicity to their own competition.
it don't matter, John. It's a free fucking country, and then you start doing these bullshit ways, and it's fucking weird because you don't want to pay for a ticket to a show and then have. I mean, you got enough rules enough, but you want to go there feeling free and everything. You don't hey, I brought this fucking shirt, and then all of a sudden I got changed out because this dickhead can't fucking write a good show.
I think the biggest flaw in your argument is saying that America is free.
Exactly.
Go political again.
Yeah, we won't get down that rabbit hole.
You're damn right, Grayson.
That's
freer.
more than a 10-minute fried chicken segment.
There you go.
10 minutes of fried chicken and 8 minutes of barbecue. We can't handle this. Come on.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by
J.R.
John's.
Little Long John Silver's.
Little Long John.
Get the chicken plates because fish sucks.
R.I.P. Wilkesboro Long John. R.I.P.
Man, it was so funny. I really
did it
thought...
close down? I thought it was still
It closed down in August.
Yeah, because what happened was I looked over there and I seen it boarded up, and I was like, man, they're really getting ready for that hurricane.
That sucks, man. That was like my staple when I go home. I was like, I roll in, I go get some Long John Silver's, and then go over there. It's like, done. Now I can't.
No, they closed the one in Lenore, too. The closest one, probably like...
That's what happened to update your store's employees, not the interior, but the employees. Like, if everyone looks like they're strung out or on meth, they
you get some good eating.
My food.
you're like, oh man, I hope that cocaine is working. I get double crab.
I need double crab meat, bro. You got the chicken plates. Don't matter.
Before we get too far gone, but I'm gonna go on the Long John Silver's rant too. The one here near me looks like a dirty ass Chinese restaurant from like 1987 inside.
So Long John Silver's.
No, worse. You thought the one in Wilkesboro looked like crap. This one, it's mismatched furniture that looks like they bought everything from like a school cafeteria rummage sale, put it in there. All the walls are like dingy, like nicotine stained yellow because they've never updated anything.
It's a good promo.
It's like 5 deep fryers. That's it. And like a couple crusty people in the back working.
It's a shorty John Silver's.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, it is sketchy. At least it tastes good, but dear God, you don't want to touch anything in there. You might get tetanus or fucking Hep C. I don't know. You walk out of there like Tommy Lee. Oh boy. But any other fun news? What are these rumors about this famous dick wrestler doing stuff again?
Joey Ryan and Kylie Ray have both shown up to Impact Wrestling, which will actually start their shows next week on Access TV. They've just been showing old shit until it starts. But like tonight they're running a episode called "This Is Impact," where they talk about the history of the company and the history of the belts and shit like that. But yeah, Joey Ryan is signed. He's allowed to keep his character, and he's allowed to do his independent dates. And it's a multi-year deal.
I guess his buddies wouldn't allow him to keep his bar wrestling. That's probably why he wouldn't sign with them.
Oh, no, I heard. What now?
I was just saying, AEW not going to do that.
I didn't know bar wrestling was done because, like, from what I heard, like, he was super, like, it was.
No, bar wrestling is not done. I was saying, I guess that's why he signed with TNA, because primarily, I mean, he didn't sign with AEW because they probably weren't going to let him keep his bar wrestling. So that's why he stayed on the indie scene, and then TNA was like, no, you can keep it. So, okay, yeah, I'll take that steady paycheck and still throw my wrestling stuff.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, apparently, like, it's super over there, too. I mean,
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He got a huge pop when he came out, and it was all his normal stuff. The lollipop down his friggin' the front of his pants. He wound up sticking it in Madman Fulton's mouth towards the end of the match. He had 6 guys in like an electric dick chain going on, where one guy was grabbing his junk and another guy was grabbing that guy's junk, and went all the way around to Eddie Edwards. And then he used his junk to throw all of them, and 2 of them went over the top rope and got eliminated from his dick.
Oh boy. Dick elimination.
Hell yeah. I just thought of something how I want to do a damn protest at a WWE show. Because you know how they, like, as we were talking about, they banned all the AEW gear? They say, fuck that, everybody there just wear Jaguars gear.
There you go. Get sneaky with it.
No AEW or
low-key shade.
Yeah, or Jaguars. Oh.
Fuck the Buccaneers.
Yeah. And then whoever that soccer team they also bought, you can't wear that.
You need to start this virally, you know. Just start dropping hints everywhere, Wes, so that way everyone knows.
It's too much work. But
nonsense. Okay. It's just the right amount.
One tweet. Yeah, I done my.
One tweet with 8 million tags.
There you go.
Problem solved. Check and mate. But yeah, I mean, all things considered, like we're the only other thing I can think about us really hammering out was the fact that we think this might be the first week AEW doesn't crack a mill.
Oh yeah, it won't. And it's
too much shit going on.
Yeah, you got World Series, and you have Game 2 World Series, and then you'll have the second day of NBA. And then, I mean, they may crack 800. NXT will probably hit about 600. But I mean, that'll be normal.
Yeah. Something else either way.
Yeah. AEW does 4.7 million.
AEW does better than we expected. What are the odds? But
I know Fox is getting already worried about how the numbers are on SmackDown.
Well, that's part of the reason why they brought in Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
I think.
Because it was like, oh, we got 3.9, but yeah, it's like you got The Rock, and then you did the draft show, and you barely broke 3, and then the next episode was like below 3. You're like, oh. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you just bring people in for that cheap pop and publicity and viewers. Like, yeah, they're gonna watch it. They're not coming back. They just like The Rock.
Yeah.
That's it.
And plus, everybody it's like Brian Alvarez says. He goes, they think you're marks because you'll still buy the product, but they advertised Steve Austin, Sting, and The Undertaker, and didn't show any of them. and Undertaker said they just told him he wasn't needed back, or he just wasn't needed, and Sting was walking around backstage like it was nothing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, they called me in, but I guess I'm not working.
Yeah. Now, me personally, I don't give a shit about it. But apparently, they were like, for the people there, they was going to get a 205 live show, and they didn't get it.
There's talk of having NXT talent showing up on 205 Live starting this week.
Yep.
All I can do is.
Yeah. Hey, I know how it's going to go. It's going to suck. So.
Well, that show is not long for this earth. 205 Live will be gone soon.
Well, they just need to let go of let the rope go. Let these guys do what they do. Like, that's the whole thing of what caught me back in the 90s with the cruiserweights. You know, they were doing crazy, essentially death-defying stuff, and now it's just very toned down. Like, they'll do one thing and then that's it. It's for performer safety.
Yeah,
I get it, but at the same time, it's just, if they're not doing things to wow me, then it's just pretty average wrestling.
Mm-hmm. They had so much awesomeness and going for it in that Cruiserweight Classic. Oh, it was so fun tuning in. You knew you were going to get 4 matches, about 10 to 12 minutes. It wasn't bullshit, and you enjoyed it, and that was great. Hell, those episodes were better than the damn NXT that night. But then it's just when it got to TV and Vince got his hands on it, God damn it, I think we need more comedy. That's what it is. You see, they're little. If you're their little, you get bigger laughs. See? Ha ha. Oxymoron.
Why do you think Hornswoggle was such a good idea?
He's my kid.
Who showed up at Impact for Bound for Glory as well.
Oh, boy.
He was in the match with Kylie Ray and Joey Ryan and everyone else.
Well, good for Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
He's put the WWE days behind him.
Yeah. He's there anywhere for a pay. Not saying he's broke, but he's just there for any damn paycheck.
There's a lot of them are definitely I need some monies, let me get them types. So many. But all things considered, I think we've hit just about everything.
What a deal.
Cool.
I mean, all we can say is next week we'll probably have more things to talk about. I know I'm going to try and catch some more of Tag League. I didn't get much watch this time because I know everything's going to be going this week. Usually the first couple rounds are a little basic. So
thank you for your sacrifice.
I know. But I mean, most of it's going to be pretty good. There's only a couple teams that aren't going to be worth watching for the most part. I'll do it. I'll secretly root for Taguchi, but I know he won't go anywhere. He'll just be there doing dance, and then that. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Let me go back to my disappointing ass game.
There you go. Yeah, I actually I quit playing Borderlands until all the changes just even out. So
it's too
I still
easy.
think the game is great, but my issue isn't with the changes. It's with the fact that I spend all this time trying to get something, thinking it's going to do one thing, and then they change it a day later by the time I get it. And then, so I just wasted an entire week getting this thing, and now it doesn't operate this way I was expecting it to.
Well, have they been nerfing stuff?
Everything is still feasible in using with your current builds. That's the thing. Is they are nerfing it in a sense that they are weaker. They're not as good as they were, but you're still able to do your Mayhem 3s with those same weapons.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just nowhere near as good. Instead of being the be-all, end-all build, because everyone was always looking for just those guns, and everyone doing their videos was just those guns and those loadouts. They think, just fuck it, let's just take them down a peg, and it's gonna change, but it's not. It's like everyone's still using those because they're still like the best.
Gotcha.
So, but they're just nowhere near as good as they were.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But Thursday, the Halloween event starts, so that should be fun.
Oh, nice.
The Captain Haunt will be unleashed in the world. So I'll probably play that on Thursday, though. Not Thursday.
Sounds spicy.
Yeah, it'll be alright. So in the meantime, I've been playing Middle-earth Shadow of War, the second of the Middle-earth games, and yeah, it's the exact same as the first, so I'm really bored, and I'm just trying to beat it.
There you go.
Yep.
In my gaming news, I've been playing Contest of Champions, legalized gambling for kids. And they pretty much, the big news is that the guy pretty much confirmed that they are going to be 7-star champions. Like, okay, fuck you. So, I'm like, you like, buying a character back in the day, like on a video game or DLC, it usually was like $5. Like fighting games or anything. On this game, you gotta literally spend about $300 and pray to fucking God that this slot machine, which they call a crystal, lands on the character and lands on the star number you want. And then you gotta pray to God you got enough resources to level it. And then you gotta pray to God to rank it up. Oh,
Good Lord. That's a lot of praying.
Are your knees chafed?
no, but my buddy T-Raz is.
Ooh.
Poor old dude spent like $100 on just revives trying to kill one thing. It's so much bullshit. Like, I look at the game, if you consider playing the game like weight classes, it's like, okay, I can play this certain level, I know I want to get above this level, but see, they do new stuff every month, like new quests. But you're like, if I can play this, I'm good. But there's so many people say, I gotta have the best, and that's how they get their money. Because, people's gonna spend money on revive, new characters, new stuff, and pretty much Kabam will rule the world.
You ready to go to bed?
I am.
All right, guys, I gotta bed out. I gotta put my daughter to bed. So,
All right,
all right, keep signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.